Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. Welcome back to the full walkthrough in the Crew 2. So let's get ready to continue on for the journey for having some freestyle events. We'll be taking the main focus for having 3 disciplines. Since I have already finished the aerobatics by having 100% complete. In the last video, I just took 8 events in Rally Raid. It's going to be very good to be on the open off-road. We'll be taking some different environments. But I mean, 7 events on the time trial. 1 event is going to be a race. We'll be going over to the Great Sand Dune. But this is going to be the perfect place for having a free time. We'll be stacking up with some more currency credits. On to the East Coast for having a monster truck event to be at the same area at STORMX Arena. But good thing I just already took the same title of the event. This one might give a hard difficulty. We'll be going in to be later on. But maybe this one might have to stick focus to be in the normal difficulty. We'll be participate. But this one might have some progress to be in different disciplines. Will be needed as always. But it is going to be quite good for having 2 events in the same spot. So let's travel to and get everything started for having some demolition derbies and jet sprints to be on the waters. So let's grab my 4 F-150 Raptor. We'll be ready to roll.
You're chasing Sophia's score, and boy, she knows how to drive one of those rigs. So get ready to let the sand fly and push that monster to its limits. You can get your world-famous Maine lobster dinner after you're done.
Sounds like a pretty good course meal to me until this event is going to be finished. So let's move over to the starting grid and get ready because this one might have some good skills to be performed. Here I come. Hit that 500 points. So let's just gonna have to do a backflip. Gonna have to keep focusing on the gold. There you go. One flip. Just gonna do some grinding. Wow, that was pretty fantastic. Perfect landing. Just gonna have to drive anywhere. Gonna have to reach up towards the center. There you go. Gold secured to be in this spot. Now, maybe this one might have to go over to the next spot. That one might give a good perfect jump entrance. Just gonna do a small drift. Maybe this one might have to take the time to go for a different spot on the scenic route. Bummer. Just barely had that gold, but that one might have for 2 on the loop. Just gonna have to figure it out to be on the perfect strategy guide. Come on, just gonna have to push that puppy in. That's 1 down, collect. There you go. Perfect on the right spot. Gonna keep going. It's only down for 1 minute and 5 seconds left. It's gonna get much harder to be trying to come up to reach the platinum. Just gonna have to save the nitro. Do that drift. Almost giving a little 360 spin. Yes, yes. Got it. Finally got it in one piece. Now let's go and get that platinum to be collected. Okay, just gonna have to take it slow. Slow and steady. Perfect.
I thought that score was unreachable, but you crushed it.
Yep. Everything goes perfectly on the strategy tip that might come in handy. Looks like this event has finally finished. Win events on regular on the podium. That was going to be quite good out there for taking some fine efforts to do some monster truck. Just going to have to grab that loot to be picked up. A-okay. Now this looks very perfect to be in the same spot all over again. But luckily, it could probably have to do 2 events to be in the same area. I could probably have to do some practice to do on skills. But not just ordinary skills, but probably free mode skills is going to be taking some drill exercise. Alright then, so let's just going to have to go over to the live map. Now let's see. Just going to have to go on to the next monster truck event. Just going to have to go over to Wide West. Alright, so I hope this is going to be quite good for a cover on the DeLorean. So that means this is going to be quite very interesting for having a monster truck version of the DMC DeLorean. So let's travel to and find out for this event soon enough. But I cannot believe it, a monster truck version of the DeLorean is going to be quite super awesome with some giant sized tires. But if you already have a monster truck discipline of the DeLorean, that means you're good. But I didn't get one because it is also to be a live summon reward, which is going to be quite earnable.
You feel like going for a little drive today?
On second thought, maybe Latrell also gives the important quote as a cameo. Now, this one might give a good entertainment movie. Enjoyed the show. So let's just gonna have to go down the hill by taking some few overtakes with some monster trucks since having a good start. Just gonna have to drive anywhere. Take the main focus on the route. Okay, great Scott. Just barely took a hit on the tree. Gonna have to be on the lookout. Okay, that's strange. The dynamic effect is going to be quite changed differently, but almost going to be black and white. But it still has enough color, but everything is all good. Oh boy, looks like there's the jump. Gonna have to do a flip. Yeah boy! Now that's a perfect stunt performance when having a race. Just like Rally Raid, but it's about to go open wild. Feels good to be on the west area, and that is going to be quite good out there, so let's see. Mojave Desert to be located at the mountain states. So this event is going to be a theme style of a cowboy theme style. Is going to be quite doing a fantastic to explore around when you're going to have to travel to the Old West. Talk about having some cowboy style, but that will be quite giving the monster truck will be go for a spin. Just going to have to take some good focus to be moving on to the next checkpoint. Just gonna have to steer and glide with the F-150 to be taking a good stable control. Keep going, looks like 80% on the progression. Okay, checkpoint clear. Now, this one might have the next one towards the finish line. Here it comes. Yeehaw! Double backflip reached the finish line. Wow. Looks like this is going to be a perfect finish line at the Old West. This is going to be quite very excited out there, folks. Maybe I could probably have to take a good look and picking up with some common loot. So let's just gonna have to change back to the normal condition. Wow. Guess this place is gonna be quite good old-fashioned since the 1880s. But take a good look. This will might give a good entertainment for everyone who really wanted to come over. Alright, so looks like this will might have a quick tour over. Now, moving on to the next event to be in the different disciplines. So let's see, this one might have some Jetsprint. Demolition Derby is going to be quite organized to be recommended. Okay, looks like just already did all the monster truck events to be in 100%. So this will be might be a good guess. But anyway, looks like it's time to get ready to go on over to Demolition Derby to be right back onto the East Coast to be at the mountain dirt race. Located at the White Mountains, but that will might give a track layout is going to be quite going off-road to do a rally race. Demolition Derby is going to be quite going extreme to be taking some dirty efforts, but smashing around on the chassis is going to get much tougher it goes. So let's get in there and grab my Dodge Charger RT Hemi to be having a UDRS livery. The Minotaur will be ready to smash things up to be dominate the circuit. Cue the dynamic effect on the condition.
3.
Here I go, and let's have a good, wonderful Demolition Derby race. We'll be going on the dirt. Gonna be on the lookout for some power-ups. That will might give an extra time to go for a pack a punch. Okay, that was a pretty close call. Gotta have to watch myself when things will might get hit. Okay, there's the damage bonus. Gonna have to pick it up, or I could probably have to keep on racing. Gonna have to take that obstacle course to be going into the next level. There we go. Lap number 1 clear to be moving on to lap number 2. But don't worry, folks. It's all good whenever it comes to do some rally race to be having a good classic muscle car. So yeah, I just barely took a different ego of a commentary whenever it goes in to do some rage acts. But it's only just a racing game, but it is also to be look like a free-for-all to me. Take that checkpoint clear, passing in and pick up the damage points to be collect. There you go. Just keep going without taking a contact. Just gonna have to save it for a pro placer. This one might go hard. There you are. This one might have the perfect chance to go in and smash the last place driver. Not gonna hit this time. Everything is going to be okay. Just gonna keep pushing in with some small boost. Oh boy. That sound just barely called in by having a little trouble. Gonna have to be reminded, without having a damage points to be used, this will might give the other opponents by the opportunity. Here comes the finish line. There you go. First place finish in Demolition Derby without hitting any opponents around. Now that's clean racing. Well, I cannot believe it. Maybe this will might have a single clean race without hitting around. That means this will might have a perfect track for Demolition Derby. Whenever it comes in to do a trailblazing, we'll be going in to take action. Only for the competition in Motor Nation, but that's how spectators really love to see some demolition cars that is going to be doing some more damage. But this is going to be a perfect place for doing a time trial for the Dodge Charger RT Hemi in the demolition discipline. Just going to have to go around until maybe this will might have the first lap. We'll be moving on to take the next event. Okay, looks like small recess time is over. On to the next Demolition Derby event. So this will might have to be going right back in onto the Bonneville Salt Flats. But it's going to get much harder out there for having Queen of Mayhem will be moving on to the next event. Sophia is a demolition expert to be in the Queen of Mayhem, so this will might have the King of Mayhem will be crossing out to be labeled in as Queen of Mayhem. But it is going to be good to be having some more events to be in the same location. So let's just going to have to go in there and get ready to take on Sophia and some other opponents, because the Queen of Mayhem is always being the expert.
Volunteer to the information booth. We may call this whole shebang the King of Mayhem, but don't forget, I'm the reigning queen, and I am indestructible. Don't believe me? Take your best shot.
Challenge accepted. Looks like she's taking the drone, and I'll be willing to be ready to take action.
3,
Same as goes for the King of Mayhem,
1.
but looks like it's about to go hard. Alright, so looks like this one might have the same map, but it will might have a different spot to be in the right side. Here you go. Damage points to be picked up. Let's smash them up. Okay, part destroyed. Okay, we're gonna have to do some repair bonus. Gonna have to pick it up quick. Good as new. Now, let's just gonna have to smash up to this group. There we go, part destroyed. Gonna have to hit Sophia. It's driving anywhere. Oh boy, bonus. Ah, great. Just barely took a hit by its front out. Boy, just barely caught the bonus points. Okay, not good enough by taking some punches. Okay, part destroyed and vehicle destroyed. Come on. Just gonna have to pick up some parts to be... Nope! The platform just barely jumped me. Perfect. Now I'm in the lead. Just gonna have to keep a lookout. This race gets a completely suicide whenever it goes completely destroyed. Oh man, just got hit by a punch. Okay, looks like this one might have to respawn. Attempt number 2. Ah, great. It's gonna get a little bit harder out there. Bummer. Low on health. This calls for repairs. Gonna have to drive around safely. There you go. This looks all good. Oh, great. Just gonna have to give me some chance. Okay, there you are, Sophia. Time to take you on for one smash collision.
See? Indestructible. Hardly taking a scratch.
Yeah. Guess this is gonna be quite pretty tough out there. Okay, looks like still in the lead. I still got this one.
Ha! It's good to be the queen.
Well, go big. There you go. Just took her on the spin. Wait for it. Alright. Just gonna have to take much precision focus. Oh my gosh. They still coming right at me. Okay. Maybe this will might have to smash any opponent whenever I want. That's more like it. This is going to be a first place finish to be dominating in Queen of Mayhem. But the King always regained its rightful spot, but it still got some learning the ropes. That was pretty good. Now, let's just gonna have to go over to the live map again. Now, let's see, this one might have everything to be going in for the checklist. So, 3 down, 3 to go to be in the same location. So, I hope I could probably have to go around and do bumper chaos. Sounds like having a bumper cars to be at the amusement park. But Demolition Derby is gonna be a one heck of a competition race. We'll be taking some fierce survival. We'll be quite giving some chances to be taking a good fragile vehicle. We'll be going in to keep on touch. Just gonna have to drive around to do a little bit more alternate shortcuts.
Seems odd, me liking a demolition derby. I'm a builder, not a wrecker. But here, the fun's to build something that lasts.
For you. For me, the fun's in making a mess. What's the point of a house of cards that never falls down? So, shall we rattle the roll cage?
Looks like this is gonna be the best spot out there, folks. Just gonna have to climb up and get ready to go for a rumble-tastic moment.
3, 2, 1.
Let's get it on. Okay, that was a weak spot. Just gonna have to go in to intervene. Man, this looks very different, unlike Carnage. Alright, let's try to keep it up. This one might have some repairs we'll be calling in. Okay, Sophia just picked up. Okay, just gonna have to try to embrace it. Now's my chance. First place. I'm in the lead and that goes down to 6th place.
You did not leave much of that last car. Here's a new one.
Bummer. Still barely got a single chance to hit it. Just gonna have to drive around. There you go. Took a spin. Two medals on parts destroyed. Here's over 1,000 points. Oh boy, damage bonus. Gonna pick it up. Come on. Just gonna have to drive around. Okay. Let's roll with some punches. Darn. Didn't see that coming. There you go. One down, taking damage. Okay, just keep it under
That's
control.
a first step. Now show them how you dance.
Yeah, like playing tag to be driving on for the arena. So let's go over to grab that repair. Set, it is new. Haha, part destroyed. Just gonna have to spin around. Okay, just gonna have to punch hard. Just rev up the engine. Oh, kill streak. Taking down Sophia. Now, she's about to get everything to be back on track to be having a new set, so here she is right now. Just save it while smashing up with some opponents when riding around onto that rough terrain in a object. That was a pretty unfair spot. Just gonna have to be patient until the repair will be calling in. Gonna have to defend my rightful spot until this defense will be over. Gonna have to survive. Won't get hit.
Are you playing it safe? That's not exactly the spirit of the sport.
No hard feelings. That's how trying to survive until everything is going to be fine. Okay, looks like this looks very good to be safe and sound. But man, this event is going to be much perfect when I'm on the kill streak. Better call it Demolition kill streak for smashing cars. So let's grab that loot to be picked up. Alright, looks like Bumper Chaos is finished and moving on to the next demolition ring. Sounds like this is going to be a perfect race like Northern Iso Speedway, but it's going to get much different to be smashing around to do some broken parts. We'll be going in to do some damage and repairs. So quick travel and let's go in there. Just like the figure 8 from the Plain Cemetery, so that will be quite doing good to be in Bonneville. Is going to be much faster to take action. So last place to be going in for the starting grid, so here I come and let this be a super speedway smashing derby. We'll be going in. Oh boy, gonna grab that damage point. Not a chance. This will be having a 10 lap. Oh boy. Gonna keep it under control. Just gonna give it a little extra boost. There you go. Let's dirty overtake. Coming through. Just gonna do a little drift. That's more like it.
It's clear pavement all the way to the finish line.
Yeah, that's more like it. Clear pavement. One open space will be closing down to the gap. Just gonna keep on grinding. Oh snap. Wow. For the second I thought this is gonna get much clear distance to be on the route. But only in this same spot to be getting smaller. So it looks like halfway there on 50%. Just gonna have to keep going much longer. There you go. Right in about the exact inch. Whoa boy. Okay, looks like Floyd just picked up the damage bonus. Just gonna have to avoid it whenever I hear that sound. Okay, close call. Now, let's just gonna have to moving on to lap number 8. Gonna keep going. Just gonna have to take a few chances to smash up the opponent. It's gonna get a little bit low on health. Okay, that's all clear. Not a problem. Oh man, this is going crazy. Ah, great. Looks like 5th place. Just gonna have to go over. I would really not to say a word. Bummer. Almost really had that chance. So, we're just gonna have to go for attempt number 2. This track is going to be pretty challenging whenever it comes hitting around.
1.
So let's do this. Just going to have to drive around in Super Carnage Speedway. We'll take action. Gonna have to do this. The handling is going to be quite doing some slippery effect, but it will might give some drift. We'll be doing the same. Now, I have to make sure that I have to be pretend that I'm racing in Northern Iso Speedway from Gran Turismo Sports. Inside, outside cornering is going to be the only easy way to do a time trial, or having a race like Group 3 to be quite giving a good category to be taking place. But I'm just going to make sure that I'll be willing to pretend, but this will might have a good time trial opportunity we'll be quite getting in. Just going to keep going and stay focused in 1st place. Checkpoint clear. Okay, just stay on it. Don't get caught with some punches. Okay, let's go in there and do some damage bonus. Took a single contact. Gonna try to do it. Oh man, just really took an opponent to be preventing a spin out. Keep going. Looks like I got this one. This one might have a second chance to be taking time to spare. Okay folks, looks like this is going to be the final lap. Lap number 10 is on the way. Ooh. Come on. Just going to keep it under control. Final stretch. Very good. Looks like this is going to be a one-punch speedway is going to be going through. But that was going to be quite good for some earnings and grab that common and one rare loot to be added in onto the stock. Very good. Looks like this will might give a good perfection is complete. Now let's just gonna have to check on the live map. Oh yeah, almost forgot about the DAKOTA Grasslands for having a monster truck race. Don't worry folks, maybe this one might have to be going in to take one last demolition derby is going in to take the bullfight. That one might have only chances to be saved for one monster truck discipline before moving on to DAKOTA. Just like in the lake fight, but now in the bullfight, it's about to going in to have a platform to be filled with water, but it's going to get much different in different places, so only for two will be ready to jump on board. So here I come folks, the Minotaur will be ready to take the stand and going in to take first place. Let's get it on. Oh boy, just gonna have to stay on the platform. Don't want to get pushed off. Okay, looks like this is gonna get much harder it looks. Just gonna have to wait for the repairs we'll be calling in. Points bonus has been appeared. Bummer, just almost had it. Drop it down onto fifth place. Might need to step it up. There you go. Second place to be moving forward. Now that makes first place to be in the lead.
That's a first step. Now show them how you dance.
That's right. Let's dance around and drive like you mean it. Oh boy, it's gonna get a little bit low. Just stay on top of it. Looks like I'm on a kill streak whenever I have to get a chance to call in for some repairs. Mayhem Makers is going to be the only cooldown time to go for a different category. Ah, great. I expect too soon. Not a problem. Still got this in the bag. Part destroyed, and here's the points bonus. Okay, so like Sophia just caught it. This one might get some extra.
I can see bolts flying from here.
Now, this is going to be the only chance to give a full health. And looks like Ding's about to get a little bit struggle on the push. That's more like it. Vehicle destroyed by the side. The Minotaur strikes back. Come on. This one might give a single attack of the day. Very good. One single spin.
A light hit is still a hit.
Just keep going. I've been reversed. Gordon just barely captured a repair. Oh boy, that should be a flip. Okay, 1 minute left. Keep going. I can still barely got this. Not a problem, just gonna have to pull reverse again. Getting a little bit low on health. Ah, great. 5,000 points to be cost.
How many fingers am I holding up? 2? Good. You're set to head back in.
Okay, looks like 2 should be good enough. Bam! Just really just took a single roll. Less points. Now, looks like this one might have second place. And just gonna go in. There you go. Wow. Right on time for reaching up first place. Now that was a pretty good demolition victory for the Minotaur for the United Defensive Reformation Service. Better call it for an entertainment is going to be quite going awesome. Well, looks like this is going to be a pretty good event for having a School of Hard Knocks. So this one might have some good upgrade performance, should be good enough to have the Dodge Charger RT will be going much rare, but good news, I just barely had a legendary loot to be collected, but it will might take some hard work to be on Ace difficulty. Okay, well, just barely took a small hiccups by having a burp. Okay, just gonna have to go and do some quick repairs to be good as new. Now, let's just gonna see to check on the activities. 76% on the freestyle, so looks like this one might have 100% on the demolition derby is complete. 88% on monster truck is going to be having one more to go until taking Jetsprint will be going in to take the dirt and last. Now, I have everything finished on the arena stunt event for the monster truck disciplines. So that makes it for the third race event is going to be at DAKOTA Grassland dirt race for the third time. Just like Wreck and Havoc and Wild Wild West, and this is going to be quite very good out there to be taking a starting grid for the 2-lane formation, but save it for the crowded lineup, but this one might have an open field will be taking the advantage. So let's travel to and get ready to roll to have my 4 F-150 Raptor will be bringing out after spending a hard working days to be on the demolition derby to be at 100%. Monster truck is coming up next for having a 100% complete. This will might have Jetsprint will be saved for later. So let's go in there and change the condition. We'll be taking the time, we'll be going in from the snowy weather towards a bright and evening weather is about to go on.
3, 2, 1.
Now, this one might have a good maintained formation lineup. Just to make sure to be patient by taking the first checkpoint. Now, this is the chance. Go open while you can probably take that good advantage. That's more like it. This will be having a good event, will be taking place at the Midwest. Just gonna have to be on the lookout for some ramps for taking a good stunt jump. One backflip coming right up. I hope if I could probably get a good chance to do a Misty flip. That's a pretty good unique skill. There you go. Just gonna go on to the checkpoint to proceed. Just stay on a good lineup formation. Gonna keep a good eyes on the ramp. There you go. Going for it. Man, that was so awesome, but it might be quite taking some chances to be aimed towards the checkpoint. That's the only tip. Okay, gonna stick it together. One checkpoint by taking a recovery. Gonna let it pass through onto the trailer. There you go. Way to keep that good steering respawn. Halfway there. 60% on the progression. So I hope if I could probably have to be on the lookout for some skipping parts. That's going to be a reminder notice. Just going to keep a little bit more stationary control and stay on the current checkpoint. Going in and do that jump. Doing another backflip. Okay, let's turn left and going in onto the next checkpoint to be onto the next left. Okay, looks like just gonna have to pass through with some buffaloes. Now going back onto the trail. And here comes the finish line. Okay, looks like this is going to be a pretty good 100% complete on Monster Truck. That means Jetsprint is now next on the list. I really love to see how I could probably have to do my best to be on hard and ace difficulty whenever I have to get the chance to do some free time. But nonetheless, that one might have to take 2 lands in different disciplines has already complete in freestyle. That means that one might. So after passing in on to the monster truck race to be at Dakota Grasslands for having a jet sprint, that means this one might have a track layout is going to be is going to be quite going different by the layout. So let's travel to and get everything set up and get sailed in to be on the Swift. And that means taking some time trial is about to go on.
I don't know if your friend Alexis taught you this, but trimming's gonna be key. Raise up the front of the boat and you pick up speed. Go the other way and you trade speed for tighter control. Use that and you'll save yourself some seconds when every second counts.
Every second counts for the strategy. This will might give us good current chances when you're in the water.
2.
So let's go and beat the time and let's see how it turns out perfectly to go on for having a good jet sprint run.
May the best racer win.
Always appreciate. Now, let's just gonna make sure to be on the maintain formation. Stay on track without taking a boost. That's more like it.
You haven't beaten my time yet.
Working on it. Alright. Looks like this part of the water corner is going to get much tougher it looks. Gonna have to save it for the throttle. Or probably just going to have to use grinding. Okay, there you go. Feels like taking the characteristics of a jet ski.
Whatever you were waiting for, now's the time.
Okay, works like a charm. This one might take a little bit of time to spare. Okay, just gonna get back on track. Now, this one might have to do a jump. Now, this will might have the next route in the second run. But probably, maybe this is going to be the same route. It's going to be much usual to be look like different. That's more like it. Just gonna have to do a normal steering. Just gonna have to stick onto the terrain. Okay, looks like I get the hang of it. Just go normal when you're trying to deal on the current. That's more like it. Gonna have to go through, take that checkpoint clear. And here comes for the jump. Final stretch. This will be a perfect set. 3 minutes for the decimal of 2:34. Interesting. That was going to be a pretty good perfect average time whenever it goes on for having a fast and maintained jet sprint time trial whenever I have to try to keep it stationary. Now next up is the DAKOTA STORMX event, but this one is going to be much challenging whenever it comes in to take the large rivers to be going much faster, and for the smaller ones is about to get a little bit shallow. But maybe this one might have to take a good throttle whenever it goes faster, and it could be possible for having a ground time by taking a shortcut. So let's move forward to take the starting grid for taking the most achieved objective time for only 4 minutes and 3 seconds. So here I come and let's do this. Just gonna have to go in much faster and slow down before coming into the small ones to be in the shallow. Gonna have to take the shortcut. It's gonna get a little bit grinding. Take that shortcut. Make that checkpoint. We'll be going in to take that large view and hit the throttle before coming back onto the shallow. Very nice. This one might give a good handling skill in. Okay, keep going. I bet this is going to be quite good for having a sunset time. Going for it. Take that checkpoint and moving on to the next turn. Fascinating. Just gonna have to go increase pace and slow down by the maintain. This is gonna be pretty good. Okay, slow down.
This is no time to let up.
Strategy plan to be corrected. There you go. Just gonna have to take that push for our ground time. There we go. Looks like it's just gonna have to stay on the normal position. Very nice. Very good. This looks like a skill of a jet sprint. Almost there, folks. In about 10% remaining. This will might take a good record set to overcome its greatest currents to be onto the small rivers for pushing through by the shallow. Keep going. Looks like this is going to be pretty good. 3 minutes and 54.603 seconds. That is going to be quite good for taking the fastest average record. There you go. Just going to grab that good loot to be collected. This will might give a good upgrade for my Jetsprint. Alright. Save it for one more event to be going over to Los Angeles. That means this one might have the upgrade for my Proto Leopard. We'll be adding up with some applied parts. Just gonna have to go with 120, and this will be going on 119 at the motor core. Just gonna have to switch it over onto the green section of the common. Okay, looks like this should be good enough at 113. Now, let's go over to the live map again and see how it turns out. Very much perfectly, since I'm just doing some small warm-up after taking a little bit more free time. But it looks perfectly, but taking on for having the most large open spots to take a good throttle, and save it to be in the maintain formation to be on the curves to be in the shallows. But it was a very good track for Jetsprint, so this one might have everything for doing a good checklist for this event. So this is it, folks. This is going to be the one last Jetsprint event, Go Against the Flow, located at the port in Los Angeles. But that is going to be quite good for taking a good spectacular race event, just like in Las Vegas Waterway. But that one might be quite very good out there to be going in onto the harbor. But it is also to be as a story event. So let's go in there, the flow. I hope this is going to be quite very excited out there, folks. Let's gonna have to do a cutscene and get everything to be prepared.
This is gonna be one heck of a race. A tricky one, too.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Narrow passages, going under piers.
Jumps, big waves.
Watching the boats racing through an actual working port. It's never been done before. The drivers will have a blast and everyone will go crazy.
You'll be saying that right up to the moment someone gets creamed by a tanker.
It won't happen. We've got right of way.
Try telling that to the law of physics.
3.
Looks like this is going to be a pretty tough race to be in the port. Now let's get in there and win the race and go fast and swift. So I hope this is going to be quite giving some clean efforts when you're in the jet sprint. So just going to make sure, try not to hit anything. Take exercise caution if you must. So this one might give an extreme jump and have that solid touchdown. But it will be quite possible for taking a straightaway. We'll be doing a 100% perfect. Just going to have to keep it a little bit tight, so Just gonna have to go and give an extra boost. Checkpoint clear. Now coming in onto the tanker.
Careful there. That's a tanker, not a toy.
Crystal clear. Now this is going to get a little bit more tight squeezing in. Now going in underneath the port. Looks like this is going to be much different in Las Vegas. Alright, looks like just going to have to keep going in and proceed to the next checkpoint. Sophia passes me, not a problem.
You got some tight fits coming up, so watch out.
This is where it gets fun.
Oh yeah, looks like this is going to get much fun. Come on, just keep up the pace. Watch out for the yachts. Alright, now let's just gonna have to go for attempt recovery. Lap number 2 is on the way. Gonna have to keep going.
I can't look. I can't look. Okay, I gotta look.
Come on. I can still got this one. To keep a good precision focus on the water. Coming in. There you go. Looks like this one might take a full stretch. Gonna have to take a little standby before I can hit the throttle much faster. Come on. Just gonna have to go on over. Gonna have to try and overcome it. Okay, keep it careful. I'm always getting in to do some exercise caution. And home stretch for the finish line. Yeah, now that is pretty good. First place victory in Jetsprint, and that is going to be quite fantastic for having Icon 337.
Also, hope you like people. They need thrills like normal folks need oxygen. That's how wild they get out there. We're talking pure, uncut adrenaline junkies.
Of course, that's who we are. Why do something that's been done before? So safe, so boring, so... No, thank you. I'd rather push it to the limit. It's so much cooler when you pull it off. You see? I told you it was worth the risk. You never feel more alive than when you're on the edge.
It's true, but it is quite feels to be freestyle to be driving alive. Depends on land, sea, and air. But that's a pretty good freestyle entertainment that everybody really loves to see how racing can do. Only for practice and skills to do stunts. So that is everything for having some freestyle events, folks. So let's see this one I had to take a good look one last time. I bet this is going to be quite very good for having 100% complete, and some stars to be earned to be on the hobbies is going to be on progress. Wow, 87%. So that means this is going to be all set and ready to go to be on the mutual benefit for a rival event. So far so close. This will might have a hovercraft will be rewarded until I'll be ready to take on Sophia to be in the next walkthrough. Very good job to be in Jetsprint with Monster Truck and Demolition Derby to be in the segment. So that makes it 4 disciplines and 100% complete. Looks like this one might have some skills and photo album will be needed, but only in free time to be in case. But that was going to be quite freestyle fantastic for any kinds of good rides and disciplines. Just going to have to try and overcome it. But entertainment is going to be quite doing fantastic out there. So, looks like also for the good news that the next update is coming to be arrived at any time. But it is going to be quite cool that Motorflix is going in to take a different series of stunt events is going to be the game. I hope I could probably have to be participate to be as a contestant, but this will might bring out the stunts. It's going to be quite super awesome whenever it comes in to have some new rides and a new content for Motor Pass. But I'll be willing to look forward, but I can't wait to see. Alright folks, I hope you really enjoyed watching the video. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, bell for notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. You can follow me on Instagram, DeviantArt, and GT Planet whenever you want. I'll be seeing you guys next time to continue the journey in the Crew 2, and I'll be seeing you guys later. Keep on racing, stay clean.
Yeah.